Okay, our last task for the homework assignment is to create a report. So that's what we're going to do next. Now, because we just finished making queries, it's very, very likely that one of your three queries is what is highlighted on the left. It's really important to pay attention here. We don't want to base a report on a query for this assignment. For this assignment, we want to base a report on the table. So it's critical that you click one time to select the table before you start your report process. I will make sure the Create tab is selected on my ribbon, and I'm simply going to click the Report button. I'm not going to use Report Wizard, but just Report button. When I click that, a nice little report is generated for me, and I'm in Layout View. And a reminder that Layout View is easy to identify when you see that there's an orange border around one of your objects. Now I need to modify what fields are in here. Critter ID is wanted and critter name is wanted, so they're okay. But they don't want the intake date. So to get rid of that, I will click on the title of that column. I will click the Arrange button on my ribbon. I will click on Select Column, and when I see that there's at least a faint orange border around the whole column or around all the boxes in the column, I can hit the Delete key on my keyboard to make that column go away. I do want species, but then I only want special diet, so this column needs to go away. Again, on the Arrange tab, select column, hit Delete. Click the title, Arrange tab, select column, hit my Delete key. I don't want extra comments, so click the title, Arrange tab, select column, hit my Delete key. Now I have the 4 fields that are required for this assignment. I'm going to scroll down here a little bit because I want to fix this page 1 of 1. Do you see how it's spilling over onto a second page beyond the page break? I'm going to use my 4-headed arrow to move that. And now that will be on page 1 of my report. I also need to have a count of how many animals require a special diet. I'm going to just resize this box a little bit so that I have room. Notice I'm using my double-headed arrow for resizing because I want to get a count down in this area. I'm going to click on Special Diet. Actually, I'm going to click right here on the data part of the column. I will go to Design. I will click on the Totals button, and I'm going to count values, not count records, because that would give me 10. I want to count values because I want to know how many animals require a special diet. If I click Count Values, I'll scroll down again, and there's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. I'll make that a little easier to read by making it bigger. And I'm almost done with this report, except I have to edit the title. Do I have enough time to do that? I hope I do. Yes. I will click on the title at the top of the report, and it's supposed to be called Shelter Feeding Needs. I'll click one more time, and that gives me a flashing cursor inside the title placeholder, and I'll type Shelter Feeding Needs. Then I can click outside the title to see that I've changed the title, and I can save this. It's also supposed to be called Shelter Feeding Needs. I'll click OK. There's my report. I can close the layout view, but run the report anytime I need it by double-clicking it. And yay, we're done!